Welcome to the most exciting coin discovery of your life. Today, we're diving into the mysterious and ultra-rare bicentennial coins. An ordinary-looking coin with the power to make you a millionaire overnight. If you've got this hidden gem in your pocket, your entire future could change in an instant. Let's unlock the secrets behind this legendary piece of treasure first up. In the dusty corners of coin collections and forgotten boxes, lies a coin with the power to change lives. The 1943 United Kingdom halfpenny, bearing the calm yet commanding image of King George VI. This isn't just metal. It's a millionaire maker in disguise. While most people pass it off as just another pre-decimal coin from wartime Britain, this piece harbors a value far beyond what meets the eye. For those fortunate enough to possess it in uncirculated condition, it could be a golden key to unimaginable wealth. It's not just currency, it's a vessel of legacy and untold fortune. The obverse of this coin features the famed uncrowned portrait of King George VI, carved with regal precision by the legendary engraver Thomas Humphrey Paget. The king, faces left, calm and noble, the full legend encircling him. Gorgov 6, DGBR, Omn, Rex F. D. Ind. MP. This title alone, Emperor of India, speaks of an era when the sun never set on the British Empire. The absence of the crown on his head symbolizes humility during a time of hardship. And yet, this portrait radiates quiet strength. It is the face of a monarch holding an empire together in war. Flip the coin, and you're met with one of the most iconic images in British numismatics. The three-masted sailing ship, the Golden Hind, forever sailing left into history. The denomination halfpenny sails above, with 1943 firmly placed beneath. This isn't just an illustration, it's a narrative frozen in copper. It echoes a time when Britain ruled the seas, with exploration and conquest defining its global reach. The ship is drawn with stunning detail, sails outstretched, ropes taut, flags raised, as if ready to carry your fortune across the tides of time. Behind the scenes of this masterpiece was Thomas Humphrey Paget, whose initials often appear, subtly hidden on British coins, but whose legacy is etched in every line of this creation. Paget was more than an engraver. He was a storyteller with metal as his medium. His portrayal of George VI became the definitive royal image, used not only in Britain but across the entire empire. Through his hands, copper was elevated to canvas, and the 1943 halfpenny became an artistic triumph, carrying depth, symbolism, and history on both sides. The year 1943 was a time of global chaos. World War II raged on, and Britain was stretched thin. Every ounce of metal, labor, and resource was devoted to the war effort. This makes the existence of such finely minted coins during this time both puzzling and precious. Many were melted down, lost, or worn beyond recognition. But those that survived, especially in mint or uncirculated condition, are more than rare. They're near mythical. To find one today in its original luster is to uncover a whisper of wartime resilience and a survivor of history. Most people wouldn't bat an eye at a 1943 halfpenny, but that's exactly what makes it dangerous and priceless. While millions were struck, those in perfect condition, especially with the full legend including INDIMP, which would later be removed after India's independence, have become incredibly scarce. Coins with sharp detail, no wear, and deep original color are highly coveted by collectors and investors. And for the rarest examples, the sky isn't the limit, it's just the beginning. Some have fetched unbelievable figures in private sales, far beyond public auction records. Yes, you read that right. Some pristine 1943 halfpennies are believed to be worth millions of dollars, making their owners overnight billionaires in the right sale. Why? Because of their rarity, condition, historical weight, and collector obsession. It's the kind of coin that excites whispers at auctions, sparks bidding wars, and attracts elite collectors with deep pockets and deeper passion. If you have one, especially untouched, graded, and gleaming, you're not holding a coin, you're holding a fortune. A piece of wartime Britain turned treasure, waiting to rise in value. If this coin is in your hands right now, treasure it. Protect it. Never underestimate its power. It's not just a keepsake or a collector's item. It's a gateway to wealth, a relic of global significance, and a piece of British legacy. Don't let it go cheaply or hastily. Let experts examine it, let it be professionally graded, and understand that you're in possession of a financial time bomb, ticking with potential. The 1943 George VI halfpenny could be your turning point. Your chance at a life rewritten by history, minted in copper, sealed in destiny. Second hidden. In the corners of old collections and dusty drawers lies a coin that could rewrite your financial destiny overnight. The 1944 United Kingdom halfpenny bearing the image of King George VI. At first glance, it may seem like just another relic of a bygone era, but this coin holds a value far beyond its humble copper face. Often overlooked by casual collectors, it is the crown jewel for numismatists who understand its silent power. This is not merely currency. It is a relic of wartime Britain, steeped in history and unmatched in rarity, capable of making its fortunate owner a millionaire in an instant. The obverse side of this legendary coin features the stern, uncrowned portrait of King George VI, a king who reigned through the thunder of war and the birth of modern Britain. Designed with painstaking precision by Thomas Humphrey Paget, this portrait isn't just a likeness. It is a symbol of resilience, of a monarchy standing tall amid turmoil. The inscription, Georgiev 6, DGBR, Omn, Rex, FD Indi Imp, wraps around the image, echoing the might of a global empire. Every line etched into the king's profile whispers stories of royal heritage and national pride. Turn the coin over, and your eyes meet a majestic three-masted ship sailing defiantly to the left, the famous Golden Hind of Sir Francis Drake. This isn't just a ship, it's a metaphor for adventure, conquest, and the unyielding British spirit. Framed with the word halfpenny above and 1944 below, it is a piece of floating history immortalized in bronze. This artwork on metal is more than design. It is legend, minted. The ship's details, from its billowing sails to its proud flags, are a tribute to Britain's seafaring legacy and exploration might. Thomas Humphrey Paget, the genius behind the obverse design, brought more than technical skill to his work. He infused life, dignity, and gravitas into every stroke of his engraving tools. His interpretation of King George VI was not merely artistic, it became the definitive royal image for millions. Paget was a master of depth and subtlety, making the king's face look almost alive. His work on this coin ensured its timelessness, helping elevate the 1944 halfpenny from a mere monetary token to a historical and artistic treasure. The year 1944 was no ordinary date. It was a crucible in which the world was being reshaped. Britain was still engulfed in the flames of the Second World War. Resources were scarce, mints were stretched, and the focus was survival, not artistry. Yet in this pressured moment, this coin was forged, quietly, modestly, and its survival, to today, is almost miraculous. Each 1944 halfpenny is a time capsule, a survivor of an age when every gram of metal was a strategic asset. Owning one is like holding a fragment of that turbulent history. While many halfpennies were minted during the early 1940s, those bearing both the exact 1944 date and the flawless Indi Imp inscription, a nod to Britain's waning empire, are exceedingly rare in pristine condition. And that's where the treasure lies. Finding one in uncirculated or mint condition is like discovering buried gold. These coins are not only scarce, they're often held in private hands, quietly building in value as their mystique deepens with time. The market whispers about them, and collectors pay fortunes to obtain them. Though it originally had the buying power of a few sweets, in today's market, the 1944 George VI halfpenny can command astronomical prices, especially when perfectly preserved. In exceptional condition, with sharp details and original luster, collectors have been known to offer hundreds of thousands, even millions, for this unassuming artifact. It's the ultimate irony. A coin once dismissed as pocket change now has the power to change your life forever. It's not just rare, it's a financial phenomenon hiding in plain sight. If you own this coin, handle it with reverence. Do not let it slip through your fingers for a fraction of its worth. You're not holding a piece of bronze. You're holding a portal to wealth, a link to history, a sleeping giant that could transform your fate. This is a coin that has journeyed through time, war, and empire to land in your palm. It has waited decades for recognition. Now it's your turn to realize its value. and perhaps, with it, unleash a future beyond anything you ever imagined. Fourth, nestled quietly in the vaults of coin collectors, and often misjudged by the untrained eye, the 1945 United Kingdom halfpenny holds a staggering secret. It could be worth millions. More than just a relic from a fading empire, this coin is a silent titan of value, a sleeper artifact capable of turning its finder into an overnight billionaire. At first glance, it appears humble, copper-toned, time-worn, but in truth, this coin radiates historical weight, artistic beauty, and financial potential that can shift fortunes in the blink of an eye. On its obverse, the 1945 halfpenny features the calm, firm visage of King George VI facing left, uncrowned, yet commanding. This was not an oversight, but a statement. A monarch rooted in service during wartime, not decoration. Crafted with breathtaking precision by the master engraver Thomas Humphrey Paget, the king's portrait is framed by the proud inscription, Georgiv VI, DGBR, Omn, RX, FD, Ind, MP. These letters echo Britain's role on the global stage, with Ind Imp signifying the title Emperor of India, a historic honor soon to vanish, making this coin one of the last to bear the weight of a crumbling empire. Flip the coin, and you'll be transported to a time of maritime dominance. The reverse side showcases the legendary three-masted ship, the Golden Hind, sailing left, full sails billowing, details rendered in copper like brushstrokes on a canvas. This isn't just design, it's a declaration of identity, with halfpenny arched above and the fateful date 1945 anchored below. This side of the coin tells a story of Britain's exploration, ambition, and enduring legacy. The ship is not merely a symbol, it is the soul of an empire cast into metal. Behind this artful creation stands Thomas Humphrey Paget, a sculptor whose initials often rest subtly beneath the surface of numismatic history. His work was not mechanical, it was masterful. Paget breathed humanity into metal, turning kings into icons and coins into collectibles of exquisite beauty. His rendering of George VI, used across many coinages, reached its finest expression in the halfpenny, a fusion of imperial pride and humble design. He wasn't merely an engraver, he was a visionary who immortalized power with subtle grace. The year 1945 was one of tectonic change. The end of World War II, the beginning of a new world order, the first glimmers of peace. Amidst this historic pivot, the 1945 halfpenny was minted, unknowingly becoming a marker of finality. It was among the last to carry the full empire title, and in doing so, it captured the very moment the world shifted. These coins weren't just pressed. They were witnesses to the end of war and the dawn of reconstruction. That makes them more than monetary items. They're historical capsules, minted at the brink of a new era. Though many halfpennies were struck in the 1940s, very few have survived in pristine, uncirculated condition, especially from 1945. Most were circulated, scratched, lost to time. But the rare ones that remain in exceptional quality, untouched by the years, now burn like golden embers in the eyes of collectors. Sharp reliefs, lustrous surfaces, and unblemished edges elevate them to another league, and among those, the rarest specimens, perhaps pattern issues or struck with slight variations, command prices that stretch into millions. These are not coins anymore, they are treasures of legend. It's hard to believe a coin once worth half a penny could now fetch a life-altering sum. But that is the magic of rarity, history, and obsession. Wealthy collectors, museums, and private investors have been known to shell out staggering sums for the rarest examples of the 1945 halfpenny, especially those with perfect features and royal provenance. Some versions are rumored to have fetched 7 figures in private sales. That means if you hold such a piece, you're not holding just a coin. You're cradling a key to instant prosperity, a copper coin with golden potential. So if you own the 1945 George VI halfpenny, don't rush to sell. Don't let it pass through hands for scraps of its true worth. Take a deep breath, do your due diligence, and treat it like the jewel it is. You may be holding something far greater than you ever imagined. A coin born in the shadows of war, carved by the hands of a master and infused with the spirit of a fading empire. It's not just a relic, it's a lottery ticket in metal, a dream minted in 1945, waiting patiently to change your life forever. Fourth, in the quiet drawers of antique shops, the hidden corners of old family heirlooms, or forgotten coin jars, lies a slumbering giant. The 1946 United Kingdom halfpenny. At first sight, it may seem like just another relic from Britain's post-war years, but look closer. This coin is not merely old, it is extraordinary. A survivor from a turning point in history, this tiny disc of bronze has the potential to make its owner an overnight billionaire. It is rare, iconic, and holds a wealth that defies imagination. If you possess this coin, you may be holding the obverse of the coin presents an elegant, uncrowned portrait of King George VI, captured in left-facing profile with a calm determination. Designed by the renowned Thomas Humphrey Paget, the king's features are sculpted with care and dignity, a symbol of wartime strength and post-war hope. Encircling this royal figure are the proud which translates to George VI, by the grace of God, King of all the Britons, Defender of the Faith, Emperor of India. The inclusion of Ind Imp marks one of the final moments the title Emperor of India graced British coinage. History locked in, the reverse tells a story all its own, a story of exploration, empire, and endurance. There, centered with proud grace, sails the majestic Golden Hind, the ship of Sir Francis Drake, frozen mid-voyage with full sails, stretching into the winds of time. Above it reads the denomination halfpenny, and below the fateful year, 1946. It's not just a design, it's a tribute to Britain's seafaring past, and a nation emerging from war's shadow into a new world. Every detail of the ship, from its mast to its wake, evokes adventure, discovery, and enduring legacy. Behind the artistry of this coin is a man whose initials, THP, became a badge of excellence in coin design. Thomas Humphrey Paget was more than an engraver. He was a visionary sculptor whose portraits captured not just physical likeness, but the spirit of their subjects. His interpretation of George VI remains iconic, a design that spoke not just to royalty, but to resilience. His skill turned a simple halfpenny into a miniature masterpiece, one that collectors now treasure for its beauty as much as its value. 46 was a pivotal year in global history. The war was over, the world was rebuilding, and the British Empire was entering its twilight years. This coin, minted during that fragile but hopeful transition, is a marker of that moment. It was among the last to carry the imperial title before India gained independence, making the Ind Imp inscription all the more significant. That single detail transforms this coin from a simple monetary instrument to a historical relic, capturing the final echo of an empire that once stretched across the globe. While the 1946 halfpenny may seem common on paper, the truth lies in condition and scarcity. Most were worn, circulated, scratched, or lost. But the true gems, those that escaped time's wear, preserved in mint or uncirculated condition, are vanishingly rare. These untouched survivors, gleaming with original luster and striking detail, fetch immense sums from serious collectors. The rarest of these, possibly struck with slight dye variations or belonging to ultra-limited pressings, are whispered about in numismatic circles. A coin whose value has quietly reached into the million. It may sound unbelievable, but yes, the 1946 George VI halfpenny, under the right conditions, could be your one-way ticket to unimaginable wealth. Coins of this era and design have been sold for staggering amounts, particularly when they possess museum-grade quality or rare distinguishing features. These are the coins that ignite bidding wars at elite auctions, that cause private collectors to offer blank checks. If you own such a coin, you're not holding just a piece of the past. You're holding a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to change your future. If this extraordinary coin is in your hands right now, don't underestimate its worth. Don't be tempted to sell it for quick cash or to someone who doesn't grasp its historical and financial power. This isn't just a coin. It's a portal through time, a masterpiece of design, and a symbol of a changing world. Take the time to verify its authenticity, grade it professionally, and learn its story. Because if you truly have the 1946 George VI halfpenny in perfect condition, you may be holding one of the most valuable coins ever minted, a copper legend that could make you unimaginably rich.